Hi guys, it's Danny. Alrighty, today we're gonna discuss about root promotion on orchids. So about a year ago I made a video in which I was telling you that the best method that I found to promote some root growth is to provide a lot of humidity and moisture pretty much at the base of the orchid where roots should form. Now I have here a little experiment. I didn't mean it to be an experiment, but it just turned out that way. I have the Brassavola Jiminy cricket, you might know her. Well, I kind of did a stupid thing and boiled its media, and it got really stinky and really bad really fast. But that's a topic for another discussion, for another video. Anyway, I was forced to repot her, so I accidentally made 3 divisions from this one. One of the divisions got mounted and 2 of them got planted in this, let's say, container. It has some sphagnum moss at the bottom. It's not actually potted, I just plunked it here because I didn't have time. But anyway, I kept it moist, the sphagnum moss was moist, so let me show you the result. As you can see, we have a new growth here. It was not here when I divided this orchid, which has quite a lot of new roots growing, and they continue to grow. And the second division, pretty much the same story. Ooh, it's a bit tangled, I cannot get it out, but it's pretty much the same story. So by keeping this orchid close to the humidity source, keeping it, let's say, hydrated this way, actually influenced the formation of root growth. The roots are growing nicely, they don't stop growing. I have green root tips, so even if the orchid was not potted, it still developed new growth and it's growing roots beautifully. Alrighty, now let me show you what happened to the division which is mounted. So here it is. This sad little creature is the division which actually looked the best at the time. It had some roots, it had a new shoot forming, so I thought new roots will grow instantly. I did soak this one at least 15 minutes a day along with my other mounted orchids, but lo and behold, the new growth is the same length as the growth of that division. And also, I do not have any root growth just yet. So as you can see, there is a major difference. The difference is that this one did get water, but not all the time, and the other one sat in a moist environment all the time. So I think the difference is pretty clear, and it is the very same orchid. Now, the things that you see here, well, they're due to the bad media, and I think I can see a correlation between fungal infections and very bad media, decomposing media, but that's again another topic for a different discussion. But the orchid is indeed healthy, and it seems to have done a lot better in high humidity or high moisture. It's not necessarily high humidity, high moisture conditions. Now I'll tell you how I cared for this one. I pretty much did not care for it at all. Whenever the sphagnum moss looked dry, I just poured water inside. Because this orchid sits on top of the sphagnum moss, it got ventilation, the roots did not rot, but it did have humidity all the time around the root area, and it did beautifully. Now, this has a con. So usually what I do with sick orchids or with orchids that I want to root, I pot them in the pot they're gonna sit in a media adequate for them, but I place a layer of sphagnum moss on top to retain that humidity, which I keep moist. The benefit of this is that when the roots grow, they will go into the media and pretty much they're gonna be okay. You don't need to disturb them. The con of this one is that you need to pay a little bit more attention to keep the top of the media moist at all times. With this one, you don't necessarily need to give that much attention. I think I just poured water inside here once a week or so, so I pretty much forgot about this one. So it is more comfortable, but when it's time to pot it up or mount it, there is a high chance you're gonna really ruin the root tips, and if you do that, you're gonna spoil these new roots. So whichever method you prefer will have to depend on you. The bottom line is to give humidity, especially at the base of the orchid. The best media to do so is sphagnum moss, as you can see, but you can adapt this, depends. If you have a very humid environment, bark can work as well. Just keep the top of the pot moist at all times if you're using this method, and also make sure that you keep the orchid well on top of the media in this method. It's okay if the bottom of the plant touches the sphagnum moss, but just don't bury it. So when you're gonna pot this up, just be careful with the roots. If you use this method, just be careful that you don't forget to keep the top of the media moist. And that's about it. I think I am pretty convinced now that high humidity around the base of the orchid is the best way to promote root growth. Some of you guys actually asked me about root hormones. I don't know how those work, and I'm not really sure that the orchid is actually absorbing that substance, I don't use it. I don't like it. I don't like to hassle. I'm lazy. But yeah, high humidity seems to work. I do not need hormones, plant hormones. I didn't even fertilize this yet. So really, this is the lazy solution, which works wonderfully. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't see the video that I made last year with root promotion, just check the info card right here and you'll see it. Pretty much deals with humidity. So as you can see, the method does work. Alrighty, so give this video a thumbs up and a share if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos from me. I post on a daily basis, although sometimes life gets in the way. Also, feel free to leave me comments and suggestions in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. If you click on the left side of your screen, you'll be directed to orchidnature.com, where you'll find care sheets, identification sheets, and also you can talk to us in the forum section. And on the right side of your screen, you can click to watch another orchid video. Thank you for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye!